how to use storytelling in order to sell your products and services like crazy. So storytelling is one of the less leveraged or less used technique. I see a lot of upcoming or copywriters, upcoming business people, upcoming sales people, they are not using this technique to the fullest, because storytelling, human beings, they tend to resonate well with stories, they connect well with stories, they get validation with stories. Human beings, they like TV. Why do they like TV? It's because on TV there are stories. So how can you insert a story in your product or service that you are selling in order to spike the revenues of the product or service that you are selling? To give you an example of a story that changed or spiked or made Apple one of the best or one of the richest electronic companies there is in this little rock called Earth. Okay, Steve Jobs delivered a speech at Stanford, and he revealed in that speech that he once attended at Stanford, but he is a college dropout. He never finished his first year at Stanford. There was a point where he had no money. In most cases, he had no money, so he had to walk long miles to a certain church there to collect food to sustain him throughout the week. He had no place to stay. He had no dorm room, so he had to sleep at friend's dorm room. But today he's running the richest, the biggest electronic company of all times. So a story, the purpose of the story is to bring hope to your prospect that you are selling them. Just like the weight loss companies, when they are selling their products that assist you or assist people who are suffering from obesity, they often include the picture of the person when they were extremely fat, and then they include a picture where that person is now skinny. Why do they do that? It's because they want to give you hope that is also possible. Because if they only include the picture of a skinny person, you cannot connect, you cannot resonate, you see. So they include the picture of the fat person there when they were fat, and the picture of that person where they are now skinny, to build the connection, to also give you hope that is possible. So the purpose of the story is to build that connection, is to build that relatability, because when you portray or you express yourself, and maybe you are in front of the audience speaking on stage, when you express yourself as a Superman, you don't reveal your faults, people, they can't connect with you. The reason they came to the seminar is because they are having a certain problem that they would love to be solved. But by you expressing that you once been in the problem that they are struggling with, you undergo transformation up until you acquired the success that you are enjoying today. So now your prospect can connect. They feel the hope that is also possible. Guys like Dan Lok, man, they leverage storytelling when he's selling his copywriting courses. One of his story that he narrated was that he came to Canada. He migrated from China to Canada, not knowing even a single word of English in his lips. But he became one of the highly sought after copywriter in Vancouver and across the globe. What does that do to you if you were thinking of being a copywriter? you learn, or you get hope that no, I can also be a copywriter even if I am weak in English, even if I don't even if English is not my first language, you see. So it gives hope, it builds that connection. So that's the purpose of a story. The second thing that what story does is that it inspires people, you know. Rags to riches stories are more inspiring other than stories from riches to riches. When you were born in a rich family and become successful, people tend to not find inspiration from you, you know. But if you rise from rags to riches, people find you inspiring. That's an emotion. As a copywriter or as a salesperson, you understand that people buy based on emotion and they justify with logic, you see. As long as you include, as long as you cover your offer with emotions, you are more likely to close your prospect. So inspiration, hope is also hope, faith, it's an emotion. So by storytelling, you are arousing the emotion, of which is inspiration, of which is hope, of which is faith towards your prospect, that they are undergoing this particular problem. So by you revealing that you once been in that problem, then you undergo transformation, then you are where you are today. It gives them hope. So that's the purpose of a story. It gives them inspiration that they can also do it. You see, just like people, they like movies. So in the movies, the guys who are creating movies, they understand that in order to win you, they have to play with your emotions, you see. So there will be a character there who is steering. At first, in most cases, he is always being bullied, abused, beaten up all the time. And then this character undergoes transformation where he starts now exercising, getting a coach to assist him with exercising up until he is fit enough to fight for himself. During that transformation, you feel happy, you feel inspired, you know, because this person was bullied. Now they undergo transformation where they go and exercise, maybe do boxing or do weightlifting up until they are having enough power to fight for themselves. So you find that story so inspiring. So it's the same thing you should be doing with your offers when you are selling your products and services, if you want to make them sell like crazy. Guys like Elon Musk never paid even a single cent on marketing for Tesla and SpaceX, you see. So what he does, he understands that storytelling is one of the most selling technique you can use out there. So whenever he receives an email that somebody wants to interview him, you always squeeze that person into his schedule so that he can be interviewed. During the interview, he tells stories, you know. Why do we like Elon Musk? It's because he was coming from one of the most impoverished continent, of which is Africa, and then he moved to America and became one of the richest people in the world. He's probably the third or the fourth richest person in the world. That is inspiration, from a continent that is impoverished to being the third richest person in the world. That is so inspiring. It gives you hope that is also possible. Even SpaceX, he revealed that almost went bankrupt. You know, he had 2 or 4 failures before the company almost went to bankruptcy. But he managed to drive the company to success. That's a story. When you are an entrepreneur, you are undergoing problems, you are almost going to file for bankruptcy. The story of Elon Musk inspires you. It gives you hope that is also powerful, that is also possible. So that's the purpose of Storytelling. Every entrepreneur, most of them, they've got Apple electronics, laptop, and so on and so on, it's because they find inspiration from Steve Jobs. You see, so that's the power of telling stories. Okay, there's a guy here who I follow on YouTube. His name is Matthew Morgan. I think he has got a cooler content than me, so I suggest you to have a look at his stuff. So I went to his Instagram account and I came across in my newsfeed, came across this video. He was also leveraging storytelling to sell his products and services that he's selling. So he's selling email templates that can assist you to acquire copywriting clients. You know, those emails are the one he used when he was still seeking for clients. So are proven and tested emails to convert. So he's selling them, I think, for like $49. You know, he's also selling a copywriting course as well as his consulting services. So he's a copywriter, you know. So I decided to take his video, and I would like us to review it, you know, so that we can see how storytelling works. You see, so you may be you may be telling yourself that you don't have a story. Everybody has a story. You are not always having highs. You are not always successful in what you do. You see, you have highs and lows. When there are highs and lows, you can tell a story. So without letting grass grow under my feet, let us have a look at this video that this young good copywriter than me recorded. Okay, here so I decided to make it screenshots, you know, to avoid copyright claims. You see, so here's the first slide of the video. I lost my job last year because of COVID. You see, that's the lowest part of his life. So that's how you build a story, or that's how you tell a story. You start where you were having problems, where you were at the lowest part of your life, then you move to where you are today, of which is where you are successful. You see, so I lost my job last year because of COVID. So that's the sad part, that's the lowest part. You know, a lot of people who are following him, some of them don't have jobs, some of them have just recently fired just because of COVID or because of some other reasons. So people tend to connect. People are following you because they want to solve a particular problem. So the moment he stated this, he is touching certain number of people who can connect to this. On top of that, it builds sympathy. The more people sympathize with you, the more they like you, which is one of the psychological triggers of which is sympathy, you know, that you can use or to influence people to like you or to do business with you. So I lost my job last year because of COVID. Nobody believed in me for years. When you are at the lowest point of your life, maybe you are undergoing bankruptcy, even banks, investors, they turn not to believe in you. Your parents, your family members, they say you should just quit what you are doing, go and look for a job. You see, so he's relating with the people there at the floor who are undergoing the same emotions. Nobody believed in me for years. My first job was working on a building site for £3 per hour. So that's one of the lowest paying jobs. So you tend to sympathize with this guy. You know, he's revealing that he was once in the lowest point of his life. My boss treated me really badly and gave me the worst jobs. In most cases, a lot of people, they hate their jobs. So the moment he states this, people can feel the connection, you know. Last year, I started my own business. It was a big risk. Now it's transformation. Now, moving from the lowest part of his life, now transformation. Last year, I started my own business. It was a big risk. 1 year later, I make $1,000 per month. You see that transformation from $3 per hour to $1,000 per month. Remember when we talked about that movie character who was always being bullied, then he undergoes transformation where he goes and exercise, hires a coach to help him up until he's fit to fight for himself. That's the same thing. It's the same ideology that this video of this young good copywriter is expressing. I bought one of my favorite cars, which is good, from rags to riches, from low to high. But more important, I love what I do and I get to spend time with friends and family. It doesn't matter where you are right now. Now it's in motivation, it's inspiring people. All that matters is where you are going. Follow me if you want to make a change. Then a call to action. So whenever you are telling a story, you want your story to be followed by a call to action, because now the moment you tell a story and you finish telling it, you have won the majority of your audience. So remember, us as entrepreneurs, copywriters, marketers, and so on, we give value, then we sell. Value, sell. Value, sell. Not sell. Doesn't work. You'll get rejected. So you give value. By giving value, a person likes you. If you like Michael Jordan and comes and pays you to buy his Jordan t-shirts or Nike Jordans, you are more likely to buy them. Why? Because you like them. So after telling a story, you have won the majority of your audience. So now they like you. You have ticked that box. Then you pitch them your call to action, whether to follow you. So here this guy wants them to follow him on TikTok. You see, whether you want them to book a call with you, whether you want them to buy your product that you are selling. So always your story must be followed with a call to action. Yeah, that's it. I hope you learned a lot out of this video. So by the way, if you are a copywriter and if you are a copywriter, I've written a book titled 29 Irresistible Headline Secrets for Copywriters. So that book is packed with winning, proven and tested headline templates. I didn't take them from my head. I took them from winning sales letters that had these winning headlines, because the most important sentence than any other sentence in an advertisement is the headline. A person decides whether to read that advertisement or copy based on the headline. A person decides whether to open the email or not to open it based on the subject line. A person decides whether to buy a newspaper or not to buy it based on the headline. A person decides whether to buy a book or not to buy it based on the headline. So headline is the one that is doing majority marketing of your product that you are selling. So it's very important to invest a lot of time and energy trying to come up with a winning headline for your copy. But by the way, I've written a book that will do all the heavy lifting for you. You don't have to stress, you don't have to think very hard trying to come up with a winning headline. I've just packed them inside that book, and they are proven and tested, which means they were taken from control sales letters from the guy like Gary Halbert, from the guys like Franken. So you can take those headline templates and leverage them to your own advantage. If you are interested on accessing this book now, I will include the link below at the description of this video, as well as the at the description of this video. Yeah, that's it. And I also offer a 30-day money back guaranteed, which means if you don't like the book, I refund you all what you've paid for the book and let you keep the book on your side anyway. I think that's fair. If you like the book, that's good. So you've got nothing to lose. If you learned something from this video, please ensure that you press the subscription button as well as the notification bell, so that I can keep working hard creating content that is going to make you a better copywriter, a better marketer, a better entrepreneur. Take care. I love you.